The NFL draft is just around the corner, and the clock is ticking for every front office in the league. Las Vegas Raiders general manager John Spidek is officially on the record discussing the team's massive plans for the upcoming draft. All eyes are on that top pick as the Raiders weigh their options for a new franchise quarterback to lead the organization for years to come.
Tired of dropping your phone or struggling to prop it up? Meet the Pop Sockets phone grip with expanding kickstand in black, your new must-have accessory. Don't miss out. Grab yours today. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
Down in Los Angeles, the Rams are looking to spark a major turnaround for their special teams unit after a season of missed opportunities. With new special teams coordinator Bubba Ventrone now leading the charge, the team is scouting draft prospects like Casey Conception and Caden Wetjen, who could turn that phase of the game into a legitimate weapon. It is all about finding players who can make the big plays needed to put the Rams back in Super Bowl contention. In Dallas, the Cowboys are stirring up massive trade rumors as they hold two valuable first-round picks. Insider reports suggest Jerry Jones and his front office might be looking to package those selections to jump up the board and snag a top-tier target. Even legend Troy Aikman is weighing in on whether the team should stick to their spots or make an aggressive move to address their biggest roster needs. Finally, we have a story of grit and redemption as safety Nasir Adderley makes his official NFL comeback. After stepping away from the game 3 years ago, Adderley has officially signed with the Indianapolis Colts following a stellar workout that proved he still has plenty left in the tank. We are tracking all these stories, and more so, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe with notifications turned on so you never miss an update. Is the future of the Las Vegas Raiders officially landing in the hands of Indiana's Fernando Mendoza? The clock is ticking toward next week's NFL draft, and the buzz around the Raiders' war room has officially hit a fever pitch. General Manager John Spidek stepped up to the podium this Tuesday, finally peeling back the curtain on how the team plans to navigate those high-stakes opening rounds. The massive elephant in the room, of course, is that number 1 overall pick, and all signs are pointing toward Mendoza being the franchise quarterback tasked with turning the tides in Vegas. But don't get it twisted. The Raiders aren't just betting the farm on one name. Spidek, joined by assistant GM Brian Stark, made it clear that they have 9 additional selections waiting in the wings to solidify the roster around their new signal caller. It's an aggressive blueprint for a team hungry to prove they're ready for the big stage. We're tracking every move as this story unfolds, so stay locked in for the latest updates as they break. If you're as hyped as we are for the draft, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss our deep dives into these prospects. After all, in the NFL, the difference between a championship window and a rebuild often comes down to one single phone call. We all know that games are won in the trenches, but how many Super Bowl dreams have been crushed by a single, sloppy special teams blunder? For the Los Angeles Rams, this isn't just a hypothetical, it's a painful reality. Last season was a masterclass in how to lose games you should have won, with blocked punts and muffed returns turning the tide against the Eagles, Seahawks, and Panthers. It's clear that under the McVay era, the third phase of the game has been an afterthought, but with Bubba Ventrone now at the helm, the tide is finally turning. The question is, who will the Rams target in the 2026 NFL draft to fix this mess? If the Rams want to address their glaring need for a game-changing returner, Casey Conception is the name to watch. He's a vertical threat who averaged an explosive 17.7 yards per punt return last year. Imagine having a guy like that, someone who can actually flip the field, a luxury the Rams haven't enjoyed since the Tavon Austin days. If you want pure, raw return production, Caden Wetjen is the statistical king, leading college football with a staggering 28.3 yards per return. The challenge there is roster flexibility, but for a team that has bled points on special teams, finding a diamond in the rough like Wetjen could be the ultimate insurance policy. But let's talk about the grit. The Rams need guys who live for special teams, players who turn blocked kicks from luck into a literal skill set. Look at Duke's Wesley Williams, a man who recorded 5 blocked kicks in college, or Ohio State's Caden Curry, who logged over 600 special teams snaps. These aren't just depth pieces, They are culture setters. Whether it's Kendrick Law dominating as a gunner or a high-energy grinder like Michael Rolder, the Rams have a massive opportunity to restock their roster with players who understand that every single snap matters. It's time for Los Angeles to stop treating special teams like a secondary concern and start drafting like a team that wants to lift the Lombardi Trophy. If they prioritize this unit in April, they won't just improve their rankings, they'll be fixing the broken foundation that's cost them their season time and time again. Do you think the Rams should spend high-round picks on specialists, or is depth and grit the real secret to victory? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and remember, in the NFL, the difference between a champion and an also-ran is often found in the margins. Is Jerry Jones finally ready to pull the trigger on a massive draft day gamble? Welcome back to the channel, guys. The NFL draft is right around the corner, and the Dallas Cowboys are sitting on a potential powder keg that could shake up the entire board. Rumor has it that Dallas is seriously exploring a trade-up scenario, and honestly, it makes sense given the ammo they have. We're talking about the 12th overall pick, and that 20th pick they snagged from the Packers in the Micah Parsons deal. Now, that is some serious capital to play with. NFL insider Jordan Schultz is reporting that the Cowboys are eyeing a specific target, a player so coveted that even their division rivals, the New York Giants, are circling like sharks. The kicker: several teams in the top 10 are apparently desperate to trade down, which creates the perfect environment for a Jerry Jones masterstroke. But is it really that simple? When you listen to Stephen Jones, he plays it much closer to the vest. He told 105.3 The Fan that the real magic doesn't happen in the war room until the clock is actually ticking and the board starts falling in ways no one predicted. It's the classic wait-and-see approach. You don't force a trade, you react to the board. If your guy slides, you pounce. If not, you stay put. Even Cowboys legend Troy Aikman weighed in, noting that while the team clearly has holes to plug, especially on defense, you never quite know what Jerry is going to do, reminding us all of that surprising CD Lamb pick years ago. So the question remains, will the Cowboys stay aggressive and leverage those 2 first-rounders to go get their guy, or will they play it safe and let the draft come to them? I want to hear from you. Should Dallas trade up and risk it all, or are they better off standing pat? Drop your draft day predictions in the comments below, hit that like button if you're ready for the season to start, and make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss our live reactions when the picks are officially in. After all, in Dallas, it's never just about football, it's about the drama. Have you ever walked away from your dream job, only to realize that the one thing you stepped away from was actually the thing that kept you whole? That is the incredible reality Nasir Adderley is living right now. Back in March 2023, the NFL world was genuinely shocked when this starting Chargers safety, at just 25 years old, hung up his cleats to focus on family, health, and entrepreneurship. It was a bold, unconventional move in a league where players usually claw for every extra snap. But after 3 years of finding himself, the itch for the gridiron became impossible to ignore. Now, at 28, Adderley is officially back, having just inked a deal with the Indianapolis Colts. It is a fascinating narrative, one part comeback story and one part gamble. During his time with the Chargers, Adderley was a consistent, reliable presence, racking up over 200 tackles across 4 seasons. But the grind of professional football is relentless, and after losing his starting spot briefly in 2022, he needed a reset. The Colts clearly liked what they saw during his recent workout, viewing this as a classic low-risk, high-reward move. They have a massive void at strong safety after Nick Cross left for Washington, and by bringing in Adderley alongside guys like Juanyeh Thomas and Jonathan Owens, they are creating some serious competition in the secondary. Make no mistake, this isn't a guarantee of stardom, but it is a massive second chance for a player who has already conquered life outside the NFL. It makes you wonder, does that time away give a player a sharper edge, or has the game moved on without them? I want to hear your take in the comments. Can a 3-year hiatus actually make a player better, or is the NFL game speed just too much to jump back into? If you enjoyed this breakdown, hit that like button and subscribe for more NFL news that hits differently. Until next time, remember that sometimes you have to leave the field to truly understand why you love the game.